April Mckinney, and today I'm going to show you another great crock pot recipe. I'm getting such an awesome response from the crock pot recipe, so I'm just going to keep going with it. This recipe is a sausage and lentil stew, and it's inspired by Carrabba's. Zach and I, my husband, went to Carrabba's last week, and we had this soup that was a sausage and lentil soup. It was so good, it was so rich, and I thought that will be a great, easy recipe to do in the crock pot. So this week I recreated it and it turned out great. Of course, I lightened it up a little bit, so this is healthy, it's delicious, it's easy, and it's in a crock pot. So let's get started. Of course, you have to use a lot of veggies in stews and soups. That's just kind of the way it goes. But these are just your classic starters for the soup, or actually stew. It's the celery, onion, carrots, and garlic, and that's all the veggies that are going in that you're gonna have to chop up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my celery cut up here. I already have my onion, a lot of my onion and my carrot and garlic in there. I'm just gonna finish these up. Okay, so we got all of our onion chopped up. I had 1 onion, 1 carrot, 2 celery stalks, and 2 garlic cloves that are right here, already minced up. So that's all of the vegetables that we have to chop up. Very simple. You can also do that in a food processor. I haven't showed you that yet, but maybe I will in the next video. Just put all your veggies like this in the food processor and you can chop them up in no time. I use the knife just because I've gotten used to it, but if you hate chopping, that is another option, especially for soups. I also have here some chicken sausage. This is Italian chicken sausage. You could also do Italian turkey sausage, whatever they have at the grocery store. I'm using this just to cut down on some of the fat as opposed to traditional Italian sausage. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this browned up now before we get it in the crock pot. And so let's do that, and then I'll show you the rest of the ingredients. Alright guys, now that our sausage is done cooking, I'm just going to go ahead and put it right in the slow cooker. I love the sausage. Italian sausage just makes everything taste so good. It has so much flavor. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the veggies in. All those vegetables that we cut up. There's a bunch of them in here. And of course, this base of vegetables, the carrots, celery, onion, and garlic, that is just the classic base of a soup or stew, and it gives so much flavor to the whole thing, so you can't leave any of those out. The other thing I'm going to put in here is lentils. Now you may not have used these before, but they almost look like little beans, kind of. They're really small. They have a lot of fiber in them. They've got a lot of protein. They're really good for you, and I love the flavor and the texture that they bring to this. So I'm going to go ahead and get 1.5 cups of those in. I'm also going to get 1 can of diced tomatoes. Hope my slow cooker can hold all this stuff. I know it can because I made it earlier this week. Okay, I'm also going to get in my garlic. My 2 cloves of minced garlic right in there. And let's get in our chicken stock. I have got 4 cups or 1 quart of low sodium fat-free chicken stock. Pour that in. Perfect. And our seasonings, we gotta have some seasonings in here. I'm gonna put in 1 bay leaf right in, a dried bay leaf, and I also have 3/4 teaspoon of thyme and 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. It's gonna give it a lot of flavor as well. Okay, gotta have some salt, bring all those good flavors out, and our pepper. I'm doing about 3/4 teaspoon of salt and about 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. I'm just going to give this a stir. And the only other thing left is I'm also going to add a little bit more liquid. I'm going to add 1 more cup of water into here. Once I get the cup of water in here, I'm going to put this on low for 6 to 7 hours, or I'm going to put it on high for 3 hours. And then I'll be back to put 1 last ingredient in here right before we serve it, and then I'll show you what the finished product looks like. Okay guys, the crock pot has been going all day, and now our stew is finished. It looks delicious and it smells so good. You can see the texture that's in there. It's really thick. Those lentils, all those vegetables, and that really good sausage. Yum. Okay, now there is a couple more steps, really 1 main step. and that's just to put in some spinach. Now you don't have to do this if you're good with that, you don't have any spinach or don't want to run to the store and get it, then do not worry about it. But it's just a way to get some extra greens in here, and it wilts really quickly. I'm actually doing 2 cups, firmly packed cups of spinach, baby spinach. You could also do this with kale. If you wanted to use kale, you could do that. And all I'm doing is just stirring it in right before I serve it. And that spinach will just wilt right down. You'll see it's gonna do it really quickly. Look at that, see how fast that wilted down? That looks great. I love the pop of green color. And now for the final touch. This is just because I love cheese, and when it comes to some kind of soup or stew, you gotta have something to put on top of it. So for this, we're doing some really good Parmesan cheese. This is like the expensive stuff, guys. You don't have to get this kind, but this is the best. And I'm just gonna actually do some shavings right in here with my little vegetable peeler. Put it on top. You can also just put this on the table and serve with the soup and some good bread, and you are set to go. So I'm gonna get a little taste of this. I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you make this soup. I know it's a little different. It's got the lentils in here and a few ingredients like that, but it is gonna be fantastic. I know you're gonna like it. So thank you so much.